who will really be there for you when you turn 60. When you're young, you might think the answer is simple: your family, your close friends, the people who have been there for you through the years. But as you age, life changes. People get busier, their priorities shift, and sometimes you realize that the support system you once relied on isn't as reliable as it once was. But don't worry, because there are strong pillars that can provide you with long-term stability and security, even more reliable than your family. In this video, we'll explore 6 essential pillars that will help you maintain your independence, protect you from feeling lonely, and make sure you have someone to lean on when you need them. This isn't about pushing people away, it's about understanding that the right preparation will help you live a happy and stable life, no matter how your circumstances change. Watch this video until the end, because once you understand these 6 pillars, you'll have a new perspective on support, and most importantly, you'll never feel left behind. Let's get started. Pillar 1, financial stability. Your most reliable support. One thing in life that never changes is that money can't buy happiness, but it can buy security, freedom, and peace of mind. As you get older, you'll realize that your most reliable financial support doesn't come from family or friends. It comes from your own ability to manage your finances. Think about it. When you were younger, you probably helped your children, paying their school fees, supporting them through hard times, or simply being there when they needed you. But at some point, your role changes. Your children have their own lives, their own responsibilities, their own bills to pay. Even if they love you dearly, they can't always be there for you financially when you need them most. Take Richard, 72, for example. He always believed that if he ever had financial problems, his children would help him out, just as he had helped them. But then an unexpected health issue left him facing huge medical bills. And when he reached out to his children for help, he realized that they were struggling with their own financial burdens. It wasn't that they didn't care, it was just that life is unpredictable. So, what's the lesson here? Financial stability is the strongest pillar you can build for yourself. It's not about being rich, it's about being prepared. Do you have a financial plan for emergencies? Do you have a steady income stream that you can count on? Have you minimized the risks that could get you into trouble? If not, now is the time to take action. Learn to budget wisely, avoid unnecessary debt, and invest in things that will provide long-term stability. Because in the end, in the most difficult times, it is not anyone else, but financial independence that will be your strongest support. Pillar 2, physical health, your greatest ally. There is one thing no one can do for you: take care of your own health. After age 60, your body can become your greatest ally or your greatest obstacle in life. You can have all the money in the world, but if your health declines, your freedom will disappear. And while your family can care for you, they can't exercise for you, eat healthy for you, and stop the aging process for you. The story of Carl, 68, is a typical example. He was very active when he was young, but after retirement, he gradually let himself go. Initially, he thought he had plenty of time to get back in shape, but as time went on, his energy levels dropped, his mobility weakened, and even simple tasks became difficult. His children visited, but they couldn't be there every day to help him with everything. Eventually, Carl realized that if he wanted to maintain his independence, he had to take action. Not tomorrow, not next year, but now. The good news is that you don't have to train like an athlete to stay healthy. Even small, consistent efforts can make a big difference. Move your body every day, even if it's just a 10-15-minute walk. Eat a healthy diet, choosing foods that fuel rather than harm. Get regular checkups, and don't ignore warning signs like unexplained aches and pains, difficulty walking, or low energy. Because in the end, your strongest support system isn't your children, friends, or siblings. It's your ability to maintain your strength, mobility, and independence. The more you take care of your health now, the less you will depend on anyone else later. If you are still following this far and found this information useful, please leave comment number 2 below. And if you are not subscribed to the channel, click subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss the next videos. Pillar 3, social circle, the most powerful. One of the biggest mistakes many people make as they age is isolating themselves. It doesn't happen all at once, it happens gradually. Friends move away, loved ones die, and before you know it, your social circle is much smaller. What's the problem? Without meaningful relationships, loneliness creeps in. And loneliness, especially after age 60, not only affects your emotions, it can have a negative impact on your health, mental clarity, and even longevity. Many people think that family will always be there, but the reality is that children have their own lives, with jobs, families, and responsibilities. They may love you deeply, but they can't be your only source of companionship. Look at Margaret, 73. She used to rely on her family for companionship, trusting that her two loving sons would always make time for her. But as the years went by, they became busier, the calls still came but less frequently. The weekend get-togethers dwindled. Margaret began to feel lonely, waiting for calls that didn't always come. Then she decided to make a change. She reconnected with old friends. She joined a community group. She learned a new hobby, which helped her meet new people. And her life changed completely. She no longer waited for her family to feel connected. She built new relationships herself. Conversations, laughter, and a sense of purpose returned. Remember, friendships, community groups, and even just a neighbor to talk to can be incredibly valuable. These connections aren't a luxury, they're a necessity. You could join a book club, a class to learn a new skill, or a fitness group. Anything that helps you feel connected to others. Ask yourself, who in your life brings you joy right now? If the answer isn't clear, it's time to expand your social circle. Because at the end of the day, a strong social network isn't just about companionship. It's also about strength, encouragement, and enriching your life. If you're still reading this far and found this information helpful, leave a comment 3 below. And don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss out on anything new. Pillar 4. Your sense of purpose, your most motivating source. An important but often overlooked form of support is your sense of purpose. After age 60, many people begin to feel their roles in life change. You're no longer busy with work, your children are grown and independent, life slows down, and you may begin to feel invisible, unwanted, or out of place. Here's the truth. No matter how much your family loves you, they can't give you purpose. Purpose isn't something that's given to you, it's something you have to create for yourself. You need a reason to get up every morning, something that excites you, that sharpens your mind, stabilizes your emotions, and keeps you engaged with the world instead of just watching from the sidelines. Take George, 70. A retired engineer, he was initially excited about his newfound freedom. But after a few months, he began to feel restless. His days felt empty, and while his children still visited, they had their own lives. So what did George do? He started volunteering at a school, teaching young children how to build things. He had a new reason to wake up every morning. He felt valued, useful, and connected to his community. Purpose doesn't have to come from work. It can come from learning something new, mentoring others, gardening, painting, traveling. Even simply setting personal goals can help you stay motivated each day. If you feel like your best days are behind you, change that mindset now. Your purpose doesn't go away as you get older, it just changes and grows with you. The more you actively seek meaning in your life, the less you need to rely on others to make you happy. Because at the end of the day, your strongest source of support isn't someone holding your hand, it's the fire inside you that keeps pushing you forward. If you're still reading this far and found this information helpful, comment below and 4 below, and don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications because there's a lot more valuable content for you. Pillar 5, emotional resilience, your inner strength. Life is full of challenges, no matter what age you are. After 60, challenges don't go away, they just change. Friends drift away, loved ones pass away, health issues arise, and sometimes you feel more alone than ever. But here's the important truth. No matter how much support you have from others, your most reliable source of strength always comes from within. Your ability to adapt, process your emotions, and find peace in difficult moments is what keeps you going, even when life doesn't turn out the way you expected. Too many people rely on their family as their primary emotional support system. They believe that their children, siblings, or relatives will always be there to comfort them. But the reality is, Everyone has their own battles. They may love you, but don't always have the time or energy to be the rock you need. So you need to build your own emotional resilience. It helps you find strength within yourself, rather than looking for it from someone else. Look at the story of Helen, 75. She lost her husband of 40 years. At first, she relied on her children for emotional support, but she gradually realized that while her children were very caring, they still had their own lives, families, and responsibilities to manage. She couldn't expect them to fill the void she felt inside. So what did she do? She joined a support group. She started journaling to deal with her emotions. She practiced gratitude every day, and over time she discovered something powerful. She didn't need someone else to heal her sadness. She had the power to heal herself. Emotional resilience doesn't mean suppressing your pain or being strong all the time. It's not about denying your emotions. It's about learning to process your emotions in healthy ways. It's about developing habits that help you get through life's ups and downs. What can you do to build your mental strength? Journal to release your emotions. Practice meditation or other exercises that calm your mind. Join support groups or communities that can share with you. Ultimately, peace doesn't come from someone else, it comes from within. The more you practice emotional resilience now, the less you'll need to rely on anyone else to find happiness. If you're still reading this, comment 5 below to let me know you're here. And don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on future content. Pillar 6, adaptability, the key to thriving after 60. If there's one thing that's certain about life after 60, it's this: nothing lasts forever. People change. Circumstances change. What you once believed in may no longer be as reliable as it once was. The key to thriving at this stage of life isn't clinging to the past, but your ability to adapt. The people who struggle the most with aging are often those who resist change. They cling to what was instead of accepting and making the most of what is. But those who adapt, who are open and welcoming to new possibilities, find joy and fulfillment no matter what life brings. Many people think that when they reach a certain age, they're set and don't need to change. But that thinking can be dangerous. It prevents you from exploring new opportunities, meeting new people, learning things that can enrich your life. Adaptability isn't just about accepting change, it's about actively finding ways to grow with it. The story of Frank, 78. Frank had always relied on in-person meetings to maintain friendships. But then many of his friends moved away or died, and at first he felt lost. He thought, maybe this is just how things are when you get older. But then, instead of resigning himself to loneliness, he decided to adapt. He learned to use video calls to stay in touch with his family who lived far away. He joined an online history discussion group. He made new friends in the process. Instead of letting change defeat him, he allowed himself to grow with it. People who thrive after 60 aren't the ones with the most resources or the strongest support systems. They're the ones who refuse to be stuck in the old ways of life. They're the ones who stay curious, willing to learn and adjust. No matter what life brings, they find a way to adapt and move forward. If one door closes, they find another. If a relationship changes, they find a new way to connect. If something doesn't work anymore, they're willing to try something else. Adaptability is one of the greatest pillars of support you can ever have. It helps you navigate life with resilience, optimism, and confidence. The more you embrace change rather than fear it, the less you feel lost, and the more you realize that every stage of life brings something new to gain. If you're still reading this far and found these insights helpful, comment 6 below to let me know you're following. And don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on future valuable content. As you enter your 60s and beyond, you're experiencing a unique phase of life, full of wisdom and challenges. And while family will always have a special place in your heart, the truth is, your most reliable support system doesn't come from other people. It comes from the foundation you build yourself. Financial stability keeps you from having to rely on others. Physical health determines whether you can maintain your freedom and independence. A social circle keeps you connected, engaged, and emotionally fulfilled. A sense of purpose gives meaning and direction to your life, no matter your age. Emotional resilience makes you stronger in the face of inevitable hardships. Adaptability allows you to keep growing even when life doesn't go according to plan. If you have these 6 pillars, you'll never feel completely alone. You'll never have to ask for support, feel helpless during difficult times, or wait for someone to come save you. Because true stability doesn't come from hoping that someone else will be there for you. It comes from knowing that you're ready to stand firm no matter what life brings. Thanks for joining us today. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today and how you plan to apply it to your life. We appreciate your thoughts. Your comments are what keep us creating great content. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue to bring you valuable content to inform and inspire you. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.